All right. Is everybody on? Joel?
Seems to be muted at the moment. I think he said something before he went on mute, but I didn't quite catch it.
Much better.
So I have the the roll that you guys make for. So whenever you want to travel to a new region, you'll make a survival check, and depending on that survival check, it could be anything from the region that you were looking for is there, like where you walked off the map is the region you were looking for, to the region that you're looking for is on the other side of that region, or the region is just like a random one. So the map will be built out as you guys explore, including places that you've already heard of, places that your characters have been before in your backstories.
And if we cross the border, do we end up in the same region if we cross together?
Yes. So what will happen is it'll all of the regions of this world are in limbo at the moment, and as you walk off the edge, you will make a survival check, a navigation check to see if you're heading in the right direction, and if you are, or like once a tile has been placed, like for example, if you walk off this side right here, then a tile will always be there from then on, just depending on your survival roll.
Okay.
So it could be a really terrible tile, it could be a really good one, it could be the one that you're looking for, depending on how well you roll.
Were you getting a bunch of feedback from my end there?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
I said you guys could start. I was still listening. I said to go fill up some water.
All right. Last we left off, you guys were just emerging from the sewer system. You pull the metal bars that sort of are in place, a manhole cover, and you just lift it out of the way, and you emerge back into the alley between two of these buildings within the town of Westwood. All four of you have made it out. Oh, some not entirely intact.
Certainly is true.
Let us go to the inn and rest, Kazi says. Kazi
Right.
walks to the inn that they stayed at.
The last inn that
guessing the
you
rest
were
are
at
following?
was the Timberfell Inn.
Yeah.
If you guys want, are you guys all heading there, or are you splitting up from here?
I would say we all go to the same inn. We're effectively working together, unless there's a cheaper inn somewhere else. I don't know.
You guys walk through the town, beaten and bloodied. You manage to make it through the cobbled roads across town to the inn, Timberfell Inn. As you step in, it is about midday. So at this point, actually, no, it'd be maybe late afternoon. And despite that, there's only a couple of people in the inn. Brandon, who is currently cleaning up some mugs, as you know, sometimes you feel like that's the only thing that bartenders do. And you sort of look around, and there's like a staircase going up to the rooms up above, which is one of the rooms of which you have currently rented out, or at least until the end of today, and then you'll have to pay again, I believe. And then there's tables off to the side. There's a couple of people. Though there are two individuals, and as you guys walk into the inn, two of these more large individuals, they place themselves in the way of the staircase. So they're intentionally, as soon as they see you, they intentionally block the staircase.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Kazi walks up to them. Could you scoot aside? He pulls out the decanter of endless water and takes a sip of it. Says, "Could you guys step aside?"
Our boss wants to talk with you, one of them says, and he points over.
Who's your boss?
He points
Adrien
over.
says.
Yeah, as you're asking that, the big man points over to the corner of the inn where you see Joel. Kreth recognizes this character immediately. This is the man that you talked to just a day ago. Florian Baker, the representative of the guild. And he's sitting next to somebody who you guys might know. What would this be? I guess this would just be...
Make a what?
There's not like necessarily a memory check.
Would that just be raw
Intelligence?
intelligence or
You
wisdom?
could make. I would say you could make an insight check, or you could make You could make an insight or an intelligence check. Either one works here.
Have a marginally higher bonus to insight.
You said insight
14.
or intelligence?
Yeah, insight or just raw intelligence.
Oh, we all rolled terrible.
Okay, Ruben
Okay.
and Kreth, you don't recognize this man. You feel like you've seen him before, and Ruben has never met him before. Kazi, you haven't met this man before either. But Adrien, you immediately recognize the uniform. This man is a guardsman for the town of Westwood, but not just any guardsman. You can tell by the little badge towards the top of his uniform that this is the lieutenant guardsman. So this is like the sort of the second in command for the captain of the guard.
Kazi looks at the
Adrian's
two of them and
size.
then casts message. Hang on. Kazi casts message. Is this urgent? I'm tired.
Who are you casting message to?
The tougher looking one, the guardsman.
Oh, the guardsman?
Yeah.
Ignore the representative's underhanded tactics. But I do need to talk to you about an event that has occurred recently.
Adrian sighs and walks over.
Ah,
I know he didn't
it
hear
is
the message.
it is quite
but-
good that you will join us. This is the more energetic one is Florian Baker. Florian.
Kazi casts an illusion of basically a gray, solid black block over the dude's head. The annoying one. I have a headache. Be quiet. Kazi says.
Now, let's avoid any spell casting for the moment. Would
Tell you
you...
guys stop being annoying.
It was a revenant that we fought, right, Andrew?
Yes.
Is this
Don't
about the
say that.
revenant?
Adrian says,
This takes the lieutenant looks like worried for a second, and he said, "The Revenant? What Revenant? There's a Revenant?"
Kazi messages. What's your name? Adrien. Be quiet.
what, it escaped into the town. You think I'm not gonna tell him? You were the one who wanted
Let's know if they're gonna blame us about it first.
The Revenant.
This conversation is happening during message in a
If you-
message, so no one else can hear.
If you've seen a Revenant, then that's another report to be filed. But this is about the dungeon that the guild representative has alerted me of, and I believe the four of you were the first ones to enter this place.
If it's the thing in the sewer, yeah.
Where
Kazi
is
says.
this?
We went to where there was any special rules about it. This annoying guy approached one of our comrades, but that's about it. Kazi says, gesturing toward the guild representative.
Under guild rules, and I'm talking about the guild, by the way, the one I represent, we get it. You can stop being...
Kazi interrupts him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this kind guardsman here. Hush.
as relevant as some of the words that come out of that man's mouth, he has something to say at the moment. Ah, thank you, Lieutenant Guardsman. Now, as I was saying, according to guild law, guild rules, a dungeon, the technical term, is to equal any residence, either a cave, former residence, building, or city or town, or any sort of structure upon which monsters or uninvited guests could exist, that is currently abandoned by all individuals. He means that any place that a monster could make its nest counts as a dungeon. If you didn't already know.
We know what a dungeon is now. Can I go rest? I almost died.
I don't see a point in this conversation.
The guild has their own laws about this, but the reason that I'm here is because I, as Lieutenant Guardsman, need to be aware of any possible dangers to the town of Westwood. That includes being well aware of any potential dungeons near the town. But apparently the four of you have been exploring one without following proper procedure.
We were unaware of proper procedure. None of us are from None of us are from this town specifically, so we did not know of any specific procedures regarding it. We were hunting the woman who apparently turned into some evil, whatever the church called it, a symbol monster. Yes, the marked lady. We were hunting her and we stumbled upon a dungeon. We were trying to catch her before she could escape, but she teleported elsewhere. We killed the second.
All right, that's another report. Great.
The marked man is dead, so you do not need to worry about him.
You said there was a marked man.
Yes.
All right, and another
There's
report.
2 a man and a woman.
That's okay. One topic at a time, I suppose. They're
all intertwined.
And he takes out a piece of parchment and begins ready to write stuff down. And can you describe this place and its potential occupants and the location of it? You don't have to worry, as if you aren't aware of town of Westwood law, this is only counts for any dungeons or potential monster nests within 10 miles of the town itself. Going out exploring into the distant forest, you won't have to let us know. Just about anything that endangers the town.
This is right?
Go on.
This was well within that, right, Andrew?
Yes, it is directly underneath the town, so it would count.
Directly underneath the town, I'm afraid, Adrien says. He describes which entrance to the sewer.
Hold on. Before you get into those details. Before we get into details of where exactly it is, Kazi says.
Adrien was already describing it, Kazi.
No. Kazi interrupts you before you get to that point. Just bear with me. What is the guildsman doing here? If we have to report it to town, why do we have to report it to the guildman?
He alerted me to such a danger, which I would have to include in the report that you've been aware of this potential danger for how long?
1 day.
1 day. All right.
We found it yesterday. We rested once.
So you entered this premises and then exited, returned to the town, rested, and did not alert anybody. I'm afraid this is going to look a little bad in the report. As
we have rules like this written down. Are strangers to this town supposed to know about these laws?
I'm aware. There will not be a punishment, as it wasn't an excessive amount of time of which took place. Now,
after we truly realize the danger, we are now reporting it to you.
That is good. The guild has its own rules and regulations that you'll have to deal with on your own time. Now, I just need the information and the exact location so that we can mostly just post a full-time guard patrol down towards any potential entrances into the town.
Can you cover every sewer entrance? Adrien remarks.
Admittedly, no. We don't have the manpower for that. But if there is only a couple of ways into this cavern you've mentioned, crypt?
As far as we're aware, there's only one. With the exception of the destroyed teleportation circle.
Teleportation circle?
Yes, I mentioned that the marked woman teleported out.
Unfortunately, she could be anywhere on this plane, so we can't really help you there.
Oh, so are you... And he actually has to take out a second paper and begins writing on that, writing a separate report about the marked incident, and he starts writing that down. Are you saying that the woman that is currently that we're on the hunt for, name of... He looks through, he thinks for a second. I actually can't remember at the moment. Nope.
I think I wrote that down somewhere.
In the name of Edith Miller, has used a higher tier spell to teleport anywhere within the current world?
I don't believe it was her who used the spell. It appeared to be a preset circle.
She's a teleportation gate.
With a sort of artifact that activated it. I don't know which of the two activated it, only that it appears to have been cast by an artifact, not by one of the two marked.
Used an artifact to escape. Okay. He writes this down. All right, Edith Miller can be... I'm afraid that's going to be a cold case if they're long gone from here. As for Ragnar Lothbrok, you said another individual of question, you said he was slain in the incident?
Yes, his body remains down in the crypt.
That can be retrieved after we rest, if necessary.
Yes, so as for body retrieval, there is good news I can bring you. There is a reward currently out for 20 gold pieces for any information or the recovery of Ragnar. A little bit more for Edith, though it appears, based on your story, that she is long gone. But the recovery of Ragnar, dead or alive, is 20 gold pieces.
Okay, we'll recover his body then.
We'd best fetch his body then.
And so, as for what did you find down in the dungeon? Potential dangers.
Hang on, Ozzy says. Why is the guildman still here?
That's because we have our own business.
And what is that?
We can wait until afterward.
The guild frowns upon any unregistered groups doing such as delving, adventuring, or otherwise taking of contracts.
Are such groups illegal by Westwood law?
No, the guard lieutenant replies.
Then we don't have any problem here, do we, sir?
Make an insight check, specifically Adrien.
Hey, fortunately, that is one of my proficiencies. 21!
So, this man who is... It's one of the type of individuals whose smile just annoys you, and his smile doesn't drop, but you can see that something has changed in his expression. He is... With the 21, you can tell that he is annoyed by your response. Like, something is going to happen because you have made a very obvious refusal.
Honestly, that sounds about right, given how been portraying him.
There are a number of reasons why it is best to make an official guild group before going out anywhere. Individuals untrained and unregistered can often find themselves in danger without the proper training and precautions. It would be a shame if danger were to come upon you and your group, wouldn't it? Take the Rangers, for example, he says, motioning to Kreth.
And signing a piece of paper is supposed to magically fix that?
Of course not, but joining with the guild would give you access to many of the guild's resources.
Ruben looks at him and says, "It would be a shame if my church... It would be a shame if the guild offended a member of a church on a mission, a holy mission."
Of course not. We have very reasonable relations with all manner of gods and churches.
Then
The
why?
guild is
are
an
you
extensive
interfering with our
group that
mission?
covers most of the continent.
Yes, so do not interfere with our holy mission, Ruben says.
He's a
Ruben's
paladin,
looking for someone.
so...
Yeah, he's a paladin, so he can do that.
And this
Adrien is technically a cleric as well.
And this dungeon was your holy goal of which you were to accomplish. Was it down there?
One step, the first step of it. Wait, hold on. Whose church was it? I can't remember. Was it Noah? Was that church
Ruben.
or Ruben's church?
It was
undead.
church. I was... Okay, so I was technically hired by Ruben, but yes, you are correct. The Clear Lake has a decided... I believe Andrew told us last session that the undead are not counted in the Clear Lake's oath of nonviolence. So actually, that is something that Adrien can say. It is a part of my faith's core tenets that undead should not be left to persist in this realm.
I see. I simply must all I can do, as my hands are tied by the laws of Westwood and the rules and regulations of the guild, is to simply insist that you join. There are only benefits.
We will join at the time.
Do tell,
Go on.
Adrien says.
There is quite the list that I can go over. There is food and lodging at any of the official guild places, including several locations within this very region, including the guild hall within the town of Westwood. There is also access to a number of contracts that are only available to guild members. For those of magical prowess, he motions to you in this regard, Kazi. There are access to spell books and scrolls that would otherwise be out of the hands of an unregistered group.
Adrien laughs mildly at this.
Kazi looks offended. I'm a student of Emberfell. Why would I need the guild's help to get a hold of spells?
The Emberfell is an excellent example. They are actually in quite a good standing with the guild. Many of the graduates go on to be registered with the guild in one way or another.
Perhaps, but I'm not the graduate, Kazi says, looking mildly annoyed.
It's all the better to join up now. All right.
So,
if they don't
what are
want
the
to
costs?
join, you can't make them join.
Kazi looks at him. What are the costs
There
of
is
joining this guild?
the
No guild comes
there
without
is
strings.
the initial registration fee, and there is also a 20%.
Get out, Kazi says flatly. Get out.
Make an
You
intimidation.
cannot lie to us.
Make an intimidation check, Kazi.
Oh no.
Adrien is
Very
going.
funny.
Adrien is going to raise his hand,
The
somewhat threateningly.
The 20% tax on all gold made from dungeons is why the guild is one of the most powerful organizations within the continent.
Perhaps if we had a better representative, Ruben says. Perhaps if we had a better representative, we'd be more apt to join your guild. But something about you screams on what's the word? Something about
Untrustworthy.
you seems off, untrustworthy.
Yeah, I'll be honest. You seem like a bit of a sleazeball.
Kazi snorts.
With that, he is clearly annoyed, but he's holding his tongue. He's not often called out directly like that, but the lieutenant just looks amused, and he says, "All right, there's no need. You are not required legally to join the guild, and the guild does not have control over this town's laws." And he glares a little bit at Florian. "There's no reason for this. This haphazard meeting is now adjourned. I have the information that I want. I'm gonna need the four of you to extract this individual so the death of Ragnar can be confirmed. Bring it to town hall or to the guards barracks. Either one will work. Then it can be confirmed there."
Adrien makes sure to provide the details as to just maybe going into a little bit more specifics as to where they saw the Revenant run last. We just assume it ran back up the tunnel somewhere, unless there was another exit we couldn't see.
By the will, I almost
One thing
forgot.
about the Revenant. Kazi.
The Revenant. There was a Revenant down there?
One other thing. Yes, we almost killed it, but it ran in fear. That's the odd thing about it, though. It seemed too focused and intent on its goal. I've never met a Revenant, but from what I've read, they shouldn't have that much drive.
It should have passed. It seemed to be going on about his brother and extracting vengeance.
Oh, an 8!
What?
I regret that my knowledge of the undead is rather limited. I will have to discuss with the captain, as well as several experts, about the potential of a Revenant, having to deal with a Revenant within the town. But you're saying that it should have been gone, why? As from my experience,
You know
undead
what?
can last for centuries untouched.
Revenants in particular
Yes.
tend to only persist when, what was it you said last session?
When they have a target to destroy.
They tend to only persist when they have an objective. The Revenant, both by the inscription we found on the door leading into its sealed chamber, and by what it kept muttering during the fight, it seemed to be wanting to exact vengeance against its brother, which killed it, which should have, it was a dwarf, right?
Yes, dwarf.
All the undead
Any-
in that place were dwarves.
Any dwarf should have been dead by now.
How long ago do you think this revenant has been down there?
What was the date
Oh,
on?
we have the date, Kazi says. Hold on. I'll pull it up. 578. 578 and 579 were the two dates of the inscription. So 1,000 years ago.
94 is 1.
All that time, right beneath our feet. Huh. Certainly concerning. I will have to alert the captain of this immediately. Not sure of the legal implications of this, but I will have to get back to you on that. Now then, I believe this meeting is done. I must talk to the captain very immediately about this new potential threat, and hopefully the end of the marked threat within the town.
It is worth noting that we did not encounter the Revenant until just now. It fled a little over an hour ago.
Yes. We were chasing it up. But it broke our rope that we used to climb down, so it took us a while to get out.
Not to mention we had downed team members we had to care for. But anyway, if that is all, we shall go retrieve the body.
Sleep first, then retrieve the body, Kazi says.
Adrien is going to pull Kazi aside, pointing to the piece of copper wire possibly still in his hand.
Kazi gets the message. Are you worried that the guildman is going to go down there and steal it?
He did not like how I was talking to him. He's going to do something. We should probably retrieve the body now, but before someone else goes down to steal it, because he heard where the entrance was.
Alright, let's be quick. Kazi messages back.
Alright.
So, we step out and begin to head down toward the dungeon. Once more.
Before you leave, the lieutenant looks like he's all set, and he just says, "Good day. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Since you've not from this town, you don't know me by name. The name's Miles Brewer. So, if you need me for any reason, just as long as it's official business, of course, just use my name, or my official title is Lieutenant of the Guard." And he nods
thank you, Lieutenant.
and gets up, leaving just the guild representative, who doesn't look happy about this exchange, but says, "Very well, we'll be retiring as well. A shame that you won't join the guild. It would be very helpful. It would have been very helpful for your group." And he leaves as well.
So we head down toward back down toward the dungeon to retrieve the body.
Wait, no, wrong. It's a little bit much. Yeah, so you guys, I guess Kreth and...
All of us do.
Oh, all four of you are heading back?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys turn
Ruben,
around.
Adrien, and Kaszi'iser are. Kreth, are you going to join us to grab the body real quick?
Kreth's coming.
You guys turn around and make your way, retracing your footsteps. I would say it doesn't actually, since you've already disabled all of the traps in between you and you guys in the body, and it hasn't been long enough for any more creatures to inhabit this crypt, there is no danger to run into. So you guys slip in, slip out in like maybe about a half an hour of navigating, including the navigating through the sewers. You manage to get back in about 40 minutes or so. So less than an hour goes by as you, with the body, manage to emerge from the sewers again.
All right, we're supposed to take it to the guardhouse, right?
Yep, the guard barracks or the town hall.
Let's go to the guard barracks. Don't really want to show up at the town hall with a dead body.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. Actually,
Wait.
What?
Never mind. Wait. No.
Did we end up checking this guy's body for loot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I already looted it. Do we have to carry? Would we have to carry him by hand, or can we say I took a short rest in the dungeon and cast the Tensor's floating disc as a ritual?
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
You could. It would take a little bit longer.
Just have Ruben carry it. That's way easier.
As long as he can actually carry it without being encumbered.
Yeah, he can be.
Yeah, he should be fine.
He can
okay, as long as he's actually fine.
carry 100-something pounds before he's overweight. And if one of us helps
but
him,
how heavy is a person?
I don't know. If he has someone help him, that'll work just fine. He can carry 100 pounds. Someone else can carry 100 pounds. It should be good, right?
Yep. It'll just take a little longer, but you guys managed to bring the body out of the crypt and out of the sewers without too much trouble.
All right, so we go to the guard station with the body, or the barracks.
You guys head through the town with the dead body. There's a lot of stares and looks that you get. You're carrying this body. Two guards actually approach and stop you as you're walking down like the main street of the town. Halt! What's the deal with that?
It's the second mocked. It's the mocked man.
The other one the first one that talked looks confused for a second, and then the second one says, those two were currently wanted. And he glances over at a wanted picture that has freshly gone up, and it is the likeness of Ragnar, but not quite. Bring the body here.
They bring the body there.
With two fingers, he pulls the eyes apart, and you can see where there would normally be human eyes, there's like these black orbs. And he says, that checks out. There's supposed to be a mark somewhere on his body?
Do we remember where the mark was?
You never saw it.
Oh, because the lady's mark was on her neck, wasn't it?
The first guard begins rolling up the sleeve, and sure enough, there is a symbol marked in Celestial, I said it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, Celestial.
Yeah.
You said Celestial.
It's a fighter.
There's the mark. All right, that checks out. You bringing this to the barracks?
Yes. For the 20 gold reward, I believe it was?
It's gone up. No. It'll be a reward of 30 gold pieces at the moment.
Alright, thank you.
You're in luck, it just changed. And the two of these guards escort you to the barracks, where the body is confirmed by a number of witnesses, and then you guys get your reward handed out from the town's coffers. 30 gold pieces.
We each get, I believe the math for that is 7 gold, 5 silver each.
Alright, 7 gold, 5
Because
silver.
1 gold is 10 silver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we could get them to pay it out in that proportion, right? All right. And then I don't think Ruben wants the mace. Can I go to the market and try and sell the heavy crossbow?
Yes, you can.
And
For items that are directly out of the player's handbook, you will sell them automatically. You can automatically sell them at half price. So a heavy crossbow, in this case, if we go to weapons table.
here's 50 gold is what it normally sells for.
Yeah, so that's an expensive piece of equipment. So you could sell that for... Oh, wait. Nope, that's a hand crossbow. Yep. You could sell it for 25 gold pieces at the market. Hello, Josiah. You can delete that from your inventory and add 25 gold pieces if you want to sell it.
A mace appears to be worth 5 gold.
So you get 2 gold and 5 silver.
Okay, because you can subdivide that.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a gem trader in the city, or jewelry trader in this town? Kazi wants to sell the emeralds he picked up.
How would you go about trying to search for this trader?
He would begin looking for a jewelry shop or something of the like.
Make a perception check.
He would take along Ruben with him so that Ruben can help him with persuading people. 4. Terrible.
So, you search for a bit, but, I mean, this small town, all you do find is a sort of, it's more of a minerals trader. So it's,
Okay.
it's, if you go and search, like if you pan for gold, or if you search for, if you find what's the name? If you find any sort of gemstones or valuable materials, or even like useful rocks, this place will purchase it from you.
Okay.
What's the name for a
Kazi walks.
place for that? It's
Geologist?
not quite a geologist. They're not studying rocks. They're more of like in the
Oh. I don't know. Anyway, Kazi walks in and asks the guy, "Do you happen to buy gemstone pieces?"
gemstones? Yes, of course I do.
Yes. Kazi pulls out one of the emeralds and hands it to him. It's about a 3-inch long shard of emerald, is what it said. No, 2-inch long.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Any sort of this dwarf has a small like lens that he uses to examine rocks and different stuff, and as you put it on the counter, he looks at it a little bit. Well, what you have here is an emerald, but I'm assuming you've already guessed that. Everybody just sees a green rock and just assumes it's an emerald, and will come here and claim that's an emerald, but this is an actual emerald.
Really? That's wonderful, Kazi says. Are you willing to buy it?
There's some trouble, though. It's not pure. Nope. It was pure. Was this some part of some magical artifact?
Yes, it broke.
That's going to decrease the quality of the gemstone. If you look very closely, you can see the edge of some sort of sigil here, and that, running magic through gemstone, the whole thing, but that would decrease. For this piece, are you requesting its worth?
Yes, what is its worth?
He looks over at the sign where there's a number of prices, and for examining and identify stones is 5 silver pieces.
Wait, could I just cast Identify on it myself?
That only works for magical objects. Actually, let me check.
Oh.
That's a good question. What exactly does Identify say? Because I believe it has something to do with... You touch an object throughout the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties. So no, it wouldn't necessarily work. I mean, you would understand.
Magic, yeah.
You would understand it was part of a gemstone that held a spell, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to identify the price of the gemstone.
Okay. Alright, Kazi will pay 5 silver.
This gemstone right here, it's not perfect, which admittedly decreases the price, but I would purchase this for... This is a good, not bad gemstone, despite the odds. 25 gold pieces for this thing. I would have to cut it down to a smaller gemstone, but then there are some parts of this that are nearly perfect. You can make 5 or 3 or 4 very small marble-sized ones from this piece.
How about 80 gold for all 3? Kazi says, and pulls out 2 more.
Make a persuasion check. You, sir,
That's
have
like the second highest roll I could have gotten.
You, sir, have a deal. He holds his arm out to shake.
Kazi shakes his hand and hands him the other 2.
Yep, he hands over the gold pieces. 80 in total for all 3.
Yep.
Would the heavy crossbow be of any use to Kreth?
I believe Kreth would be trained in heavy crossbows.
Am I? Or I wouldn't have proficiency.
You would have proficiency, yes. You have proficiency in all martial weapons, which I believe includes crossbows.
What's a martial weapon?
It's basically all weapons.
Oh, I thought I had proficiency
Yeah,
in
pretty much.
a couple weapons specifically, but okay, so I can just be good at everything.
Yep. Some classes only give you proficiency in a couple of weapons, but all simple and martial weapons basically covers every mundane weapon.
I only have proficiency in simple weapons, and the crossbow does not appear to be included in that.
I'll take a crossbow if it's being offered.
Because what do you
Loot,
have?
so
What do you have right now?
Like weapons-wise, I just have a dagger, a longbow, and a short sword.
How much damage does the longbow do?
1d12. No, that's hit.
1d8 plus 2.
I find that.
If you right click on the longbow and click just edit,
Ah,
it shows up on the right
Oh,
there.
I see that now. Yeah, 1d8 plus 2.
So are you
Kazi
giving...
asks the shop owner another question. Oh wait, go on.
No, I was asking Adrien if he was giving
Go
the
on.
heavy crossbow over or not.
I just want to know, because if the longbow does less damage, there's no point for me to give it to him, because the heavy crossbow does 1d10 minus 1, which seems a little weird to me, unless that's just
Because
something...
you have a -1 to dexterity.
No, that... in the damage roll.
Yeah. Your dexterity is affecting its damage.
Okay, so that is part of the item.
Yep. So the longbow has a longer range, but does slightly less damage.
Okay. So it would actually...
Do you want a longer range weapon?
Yep.
So it would actually be beneficial for Kreth to have.
Yes.
Okay, then
Because the
Adrien...
crossbow doesn't shoot nearly as far, but it does a little bit more damage.
Yeah. And there's no point for Adrien to have it, because even if he was proficient in it, Eldritch Blast does way more damage.
How do I add a crossbow to my inventory?
I can add it. So you giving it to Kreth, Adrien?
Yes.
Okay, I'll add it. There you go. I just moved it over. You now have the heavy crossbow, Kreth.
Yay!
And I'm keeping the mace, because technically I do have proficiency with the mace, and honestly, it does more damage than the dagger and sickle that I have, so I very much hope I will never have to use it, but technically it does more damage than what I have. And my melee options are very limited currently. Actually, no, I do have touch range cantrips that deal more damage, so why would I even keep it?
You never know.
I'm just gonna keep it for now because it's only worth 5 gold, so
We lose somebody? We lost
Yeah.
Ruben.
Josiah just left the call.
Ruben left. Ruben's gone.
Alright.
I no longer remember what I was looking for, so I don't know.
I don't...
I was looking for something a second ago in the player's handbook, but now it's completely gone. So, Kazi, you were about to ask a question to the shopkeeper?
Yes. Oh man, I forgot my question. Oh, Kazi asks him, do you know of anyone who buys spell scrolls in this town?
That's a harder question. Nobody really comes to mind. Occasionally, that's not my business, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have all that much information.
Oh,
Maybe
good.
the occasional
says,
need for
ask
some
around.
spell scrolls, but I'm not sure. Sorry.
Thank you, then. Kazi walks out and he goes looking for the merchant he bought the water skins from.
You would probably remember where that was, so you find you find them pretty quickly. What was this merchant? Was this somebody in particular that you found?
No, I think it was just some random merchant.
Yeah, it was just a random merchant that sold mundane items. So it does not take long, or at least it doesn't take long to find somebody who can sell you mundane stuff in the market.
Yeah. Kazi says, I would like to sell 2 barely used water skins. I bought them a few days ago and no longer need them.
They will buy them back for half price.
And what's half price?
That is a good question. Let me check here. Adventuring gear? Adventuring gear list. Water skins. Water skin is, you would get 1 silver piece back for each of them.
Okay, so I'll sell them both and get 2 silver then.
Okay.
Because I have the decanter of endless water. You don't need them.
Yeah, we have to do a long rest before we level up, technically. Yep.
So you've recovered Ragnar's body, got the reward for it, and so now you guys are probably feeling very tired at this point.
Okay. One question before my character would take a long rest. How much of the conversation I've had with you about magic items because Adrien does have the Arcana proficiency, is that something he would be able to figure out through?
Yeah, you could start working on a magic item.
Okay. I still don't know what the specific cost or rarity involved is, though.
Okay, for what we have so far, so it's a magic item that would allow you to cast Eldritch Blast. Just the one that we first agreed on, that would be a uncommon item, so that would be 400 gold. Or
To craft or to buy?
To buy. So crafting would take half as much, and it would take 10 days of work and 200 gold pieces to craft this item. You can start work on it before you have all 200 gold pieces. You just need to mark down whenever you've spent time working on it.
Okay, and what about...
Kazi gives each of you guys 20 gold from the emerald shards he stole.
Are you keeping track of Ruben's gold? Or has anybody
Yes, I am keeping track of his gold.
Okay, thanks. Yep, so go ahead and everybody mark down. Since you guys got 80 gold from selling the emeralds, that separates out to 20 gold per person.
And then what about for the bonus action variation of the item?
That would definitely be a lot more. That might be... Making it a bonus action is really powerful, so that might be rare or even very rare, depending on the exact parameters. But that would be harder to specify, because that's changing the action economy quite a bit.
Because it is only a cantrip, though.
Yeah, but it's also a cantrip that grows as you level, and is also one of the more powerful cantrips.
Okay, so you haven't decided what exact rarity that would be? Because I think if it's a rare or very rare item, I don't remember. I don't have access to the Dungeon Master's Guide, so if it's a very rare or rare item, I think at that point I have to be level 5 to start crafting it. I don't know where that's at.
Don't see any level requirements. It's just the cost. It's just really the cost requirements are the hard part.
Okay.
And also, if the item casts a spell, you need to be able to cast the spell at least once during the construction process.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yep, that's a limitation. But it is a cantrip. So I would say what you have right here, this item right here, I'll post it in your direct message. That right there is going to be an uncommon item, so that will only cost 200 to craft.
And then that item only with the bonus action buff.
And that would be a rare item. So that would be moving it up a notch.
And how much is that?
That would cost you 2,000 gold pieces to craft. And 50 days of work.
Rare is really that much of a step up?
Yep. Exponentially more.
And then adding the damage buff on top of that, how much does that cost? Because I'm assuming that might push it into the very rare territory.
Adding any damage buff to that would definitely put it into very rare.
What is that, like 10,000 gold?
That would be 20,000 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to hold off on that for now, because even the uncommon variation of the item that only becomes useful once I have access to the effects of the haste spell, which wouldn't be until I could either acquire a potion of swiftness or have a wizard be able to cast that on me.
Okay.
Because I would still want to be able to maintain concentration on Hex.
So, altogether, okay, so if you're all set, if you're holding off for now, then I'll go ahead and continue. Are you guys...
One more thing, though. How much does a potion of swiftness cost?
Swiftness?
It's the one that gives you the effects of the haste spell, but doesn't require concentration because it's a potion.
I wonder if that is in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I might have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. That's fair. Especially considering I'm not going to craft that item. And I can technically brew it, though, right? Because it's a magic item?
I would have to look at the requirements for brewing potions, which is a little different. I think it's like half as much. So crafting an uncommon potion would only cost 100 gold pieces. But other than that, I don't remember. I would have to get back to you on that. So I will get back to you on the potion brewing.
That's fair. All right, I'm good for now then. Sorry, I kind of stalled everything there.
All right. So
Kazi goes to rest.
you guys are going to rest. You're going to need to pay for another night at the inn. Are you also eating as well, I'm assuming? You'll have to eat in order to take a long rest.
I think, but
Yeah,
because
Kazi
we're in
eats,
town, can't we buy a meal?
Yes, so
For,
a meal will cost 5 silver pieces, and then a night will also cost an additional 5 silver. So 1 gold in total per night that you spend in this inn. Including...
Couldn't we get a meal for cheaper than 5 silver?
Yeah,
in
you
town,
could.
though?
You could. It would not be pleasant, though. It would be like,
Yeah,
basically, you're eating... What would it call? Like, you're basically
I think
eating
it's
wheat
like
mush
gruel.
at that point. Like,
Yeah.
you're just buying gruel, and then you're just choking it down. It's edible, technically. So the gruel would only cost you... A full meal
One.
would only cost 2 silver pieces.
Because that's what we did.
Last time, I believe.
I'm gonna make sure to make a note of that terrible meal. 2 silver pieces.
Kazi quick eats a meal, goes up to his room, and
Hey.
falls asleep.
I'm not the one eating the food here.
That's fair. Sometimes your character just has to bite the bullet. So is everybody make sure everybody's paying, well, at the very least 7 silver pieces for staying. Or actually, you guys are all sleeping in the same room, or are you buying 2 different rooms? How's it going? Because it's 5 silver
I
pieces
thought
a
our rooms
room.
lasted 2 days. I
Did you
thought
pay
our
for,
room, we got a room for 2 days.
Did you pay for
We
2
paid
days?
for 2 days.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
then you won't have to pay for tonight.
So I know we paid
Alright,
for 2
so we go-
rooms. Alright.
2 rooms for 2 days.
Alright, so
Alright.
you'll just have to pay for a meal.
How much is the meal?
Okay, do we level
2
up
silver
and
pieces.
then take a long rest, or take a long rest and then level up?
You would level up and then take a long rest.
Okay.
So go ahead
Alright, so
and...
Kazi's gonna level up.
Yep. Now you can finally long rest.
Dang, where do you go to level up again?
Switch to edit mode, and then go down to features.
Oh, I found it. It's
Features tab. And then you can switch it from level 2 to level 3.
I got a celestial
I
revelation.
think I'm gonna be changing any of my invocations.
I
Ooh,
just rolled a
nice.
6 for my hit points. That's awesome.
You technically gain more hit points than I do.
Because I took the average.
That's pretty lucky.
I went with the dice roll twice, got 5, and then I got 6.
What do you mean dice roll twice?
I wonder if you played like a dwarf
Last
barbarian.
one.
If you played like a dwarf barbarian who gets like the tough feat automatically, and then you take it again, and so you're getting like something like a passive, and then you get like an 18 in Constitution. You're getting like a base of 8 HP per level, not including the barbarian die, or something crazy. That'd be funny just to do. Oh, how many hit points can I get as a character?
Yeah, I think I was talking to Josiah about that a while back. You can stack it pretty high.
Jeremiah, you're gonna take the average on my hit points. You're not gonna roll.
Okay, I'll take the average.
Ooh.
The average is 6 on mine. That's pretty decent.
Also, Ruben, you have to choose. Everybody's choosing their subclass at level 3, but you have to choose your oath now. So that might.
He did Oath of
Uh,
Vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance.
Okay. And then the warlock chooses a subclass. Everybody chooses a subclass at level 3 now.
Are you kidding me? You want to know what stinks?
So, for my Celestial Patron subclass, I get access to Sacred Flame. I already have that cantrip from the Acolyte background.
Yoch.
And I specifically didn't take Light as part of
Question.
Spell
You get a
Initiate
chance.
because I think I got it later. And yeah, I do. Technically, I also have access to Guiding Bolt twice because I also have access to that through Spell Initiate, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to change that out yet.
What was your question, Jeremiah?
For Evocation Savant, if you look at the wizard tree, Is the choose two wizard spells from the evocation school, is that just a one-time thing?
Let me see here.
I'm pretty sure that's a one-time thing. I'm not 100% sure.
That's the Dungeon Master's Guide. That definitely will not have information about the wizard. Wizard, you're saying what are you choosing? The Abjurer?
Evocation.
I don't think that's one of the. There's only 4 subclasses, aren't there? But there's Abjurer, Diviner,
Yeah, Evocation.
Evoker, and Illusionist.
Evoker, yeah, Evoker.
Oh, okay.
It's Evoker. It's called, Evocation Savant is the thing it gets.
Yeah, you choose 2 wizard spells from the Evocation School for easy. Yep. Choose 2 wizard spells from the Evocation School, each of which must be no higher than level 2, and add them to your spellbook for free. So yeah, that's a one-time thing. That happens when you level up to level 3.
Okay. And then it says, in addition, whenever you gain access to new level spells in this class, you can add 1 of each evocation. I just gained a new spell level. Does that trigger the second half? Because I just gained access to level 2 spells.
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I will allow it, yeah. I think that checks out.
Alright. And then normally wizards get two regular spells for leveling up.
Look at this, I have
So
weapon mastery.
Oh,
Nice.
if you can choose a new weapon mastery, I would suggest choosing
I know,
your.
I just realized every time I clicked on it, it would send a message in chat. Guys, look at this.
Yeah.
That's not new though. I've had that for a while.
Yep, so you can choose Evocation. I don't think that's the spirit of the ruling, but I'll allow it for that. That's cool. So you're choosing Evocation Evoker Wizard. And then you also get Evocation Savant and Potent Cantrip. Oh, no, that's... Evocation Savant allows you to get extra evocation spells.
yeah.
And then, Kreth, what did you choose? What are you choosing?
Hunter.
Ooh, cool. Hunter's Lore. You call upon the forces of nature to reveal certain strengths and weaknesses of your prey. While a creature is marked by your Hunter's Mark, whether that creature has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. And if that creature has any, you know what they are. That's cool. Hunter's Prey. You gain one of the following features, options of your choice. Whenever you finish a short or a long rest, you can replace the chosen option with the other one.
I also got the Celestial Revelation feature, where I can transform.
Oh, yeah, because you're a race. You're a species.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, I have a question about the rules for Spell Initiate.
Yes.
For spell change, it says, whenever you get a new level, replace one of the spells you chose for this feat with a different spell of the same level from the chosen spell list. Judging by how that's worded, that technically includes the cantrips, because it does say spells, plural, and you only choose one level 1 spell, so I'm assuming that includes the cantrip. I just have to replace it with another cantrip.
Huh, okay. Yeah, that checks out. So yeah, you can
Okay.
switch out one of the cantrips whenever you level up as well, but only one of the cantrips or the level 1 spell. Per
So
level.
I can swap out Sacred Flame, so I don't get it from 2 places.
You can have even more cantrips.
Yes,
Have all the cantrips.
and because I am considering multiclassing into Wizard later, like I said earlier, specifically for the Potent Cantrip feature of the Evocation subclass. Technically, I'd get even more cantrips later on. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Am I allowed to have...
Like, my goal is just to build my entire character around cantrips.
As funny as that is, I don't think I'm going to do that until much later, and I can actually just barely get away with it without losing my 9th level Mystic Arcanum. And as it is, technically, I lose Eldritch Master and Epic Boon. So that's fairly significant, but having guaranteed damage on Eldritch Blast, I would say would be pretty useful.
That would be, yeah. What were you gonna say, Joel?
Oh, I get 4 level 1 spells, other than Hunter's Mark now that I can prepare.
Let me check right here. Ranger.
So I get an extra one now.
At level 3, where's the... Oh, that's why. Okay. At level 3, you get Where does it say how many you can have prepared per level?
I forgot.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you can have 3. No, wait. No, you can have 4 now total. 4
not
spells
including
total.
Hunter's Mark, because Hunter's Mark's an extra.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So technically, yeah, you can have 5 currently prepared.
Interesting.
And, oh yeah, Adrien, what subclass are you choosing?
Oh, Celestial Patron.
Okay.
I get some healing from that, which is nice. Which I think is one of the major reasons I went with that subclass. And it also lined up with somewhat with how my patron is aligned. Because I believe when we talked about it earlier, it was like only just pretty much Celestial Patron and like maybe Great Old One that would fit my patron.
Gain the ability to channel celestial energy to heal wounds. As a bonus action, you can heal yourself or one creature within 60 feet, expending dice from this pool. That's cool.
Also, one of the reasons I went with Celestial Patron is because at level 5 I get access to Revivify.
Cool.
And the level 14 subclass feature of Celestial Patron is cool, Searing Vengeance. When you or an ally within 60 feet of you is about to make a death saving throw, you can unleash Radiant Energy to save the creature. The creature regains hit points equal to half its hit point maximum, and can end the prone condition on itself. Each creature of your choice that is within 30 feet takes radiant damage equal to 2d8 plus your charisma modifier, and each has the blinded condition until the end of your turn. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until after you finish long rest. So if we're fighting a horde of enemies, especially undead, that could be really powerful, because there is no limit in terms of how many creatures that affects. Just that they're within 30 feet of the creature affected.
That's pretty cool.
And it also restores like up to half health, which is pretty cool.
I feel like Fire Cleric has something similar to that ability, where you can just blast everybody, all enemies around you, take damage. I think it's interesting how I feel like some things in Baldur's Gate, if you've ever played the game, are just bizarrely more powerful than in Dungeons and Dragons. Because the aid spell, for example, hits an unlimited amount of creatures in Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3, so you could just be like, everybody gather around.
Oh, Misty Step. Finally. I can teleport now.
Yeah, it could actually be pretty useful.
You guys get access to second level spells.
Yeah. Not sure what Warlock spell I'm going to take.
I got excited for a second. I thought I could get radiant damage, but I can't. Not yet.
Not yet. Does the chaotic orb not able to deal radiant damage?
Chromatic orb? No.
Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, it's not radiant's not on the list.
I'm thinking about getting Mind Spike.
That's why you have a paladin.
Yep. That's why we have a paladin. I'm taking a lot of fire spells, that's for sure.
Only fire. There we go. Added a little pointer to show where you guys are on the map. I should check out now.
Should I take Mind Spike, you think?
Could be useful.
Psychic damage.
Go to the bathroom, I'll be back.
Alright.
The only cleric cantrips that are left that are actually useful to me would be like Toll the Dead and Word of Radiance. Because most of the other cantrips I either already have or they have concentration, in which case I really don't want to use that because I have a particular concentration spell that really helps me deal a lot more damage. That would be Hex.
Toll the Dead is pretty useful. It does a D12 necrotic damage if they are already wounded.
And even Toll the Dead, though, its worth is somewhat hampered by the fact that it still only does 1d12. Eldritch Blast effectively does... It does 1d10 plus 3 at the moment, and that scales as my charisma modifier does.
Is that because of your Eldritch invocation?
Yeah, Agonizing Blast.
For fun fact about the way that they changed Warlock in this version of the game. is that Agonizing Blast. Now, you did choose it already for Eldritch Blast, but
Yeah.
technically you can use it on any damaging cantrip now.
Yes. Okay. I think I'm going to keep it on Eldritch Blast. The advantage of Toll the Dead is technically I could be within melee range because it's not a ranged spell attack.
Yep, so it's useful to use if you're if you have disadvantage from something.
But at that point, I have Chill Touch, which is touch range, and that's 1d10 necrotic, and that's still affected by Hex.
But I'm very happy that they decided to make all the invocations that affect Eldritch Blast. I'm very glad that they made it so that you can choose any other cantrip, because I think that allows you to play a different build for a warlock. You can do that gives you the ability to do some other things, versus in the same way that it's so nice that your attributes aren't based off of your species anymore, because it used to be that you play a Dragonborn, you'd get +2 to this and like that. And so since they separated it from species, it allows you to play whatever species you want, and you can do some interesting ability interactions that you couldn't before. So I'm just glad that they allowed it, because it makes it more interesting when planning stuff out.
Part of the reason I stacked Agonizing Blast with Eldritch Blast is Agonizing Blast specifically, it adds you add your Charisma modifier to the damage every time you roll for damage.
Yep.
Which is especially powerful stacked with Eldritch Blast, because Eldritch Blast, when it gets its damage boosts, adds extra attacks, not extra damage die. Which, when you combine Agonizing Blast and Hex, Eldritch Blast can be pretty strong as a cantrip. Word of Radiance is interesting, though, because that's effectively area of effect. Although that's effectively melee.
Is everybody done leveling up? Joel, are you back?
One quick question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I don't have a question. Figured it out.
Okay.
Also,
is everybody else?
I do have another question that's not quite specific to leveling up. So, you can intentionally fail a saving throw, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Can you intentionally fail an attack?
Yeah, you totally can. I'm not sure if that's necessarily spelled out in the rules, but I would allow both. You can intentionally fail a saving throw and an attack.
Okay. So I can intentionally get hit by an attack if an attack is made against me.
Huh. I would say that's a harder one, because it's also taking into effect armor. So sometimes something can physically hit you, but it won't go through your armor, narratively speaking.
But if I'm actively trying to stick my arm in the way, so I do get hit.
I would say, yeah, I would allow that.
Okay. Because that plays into how I would actually play Armor of Agathis. Because if I can intentionally fail an attack, or intentionally take an attack, then that I can more reliably trigger that retributive damage from Armor of Agathis.
Yeah, I would say you would be able to. You can intentionally get hit by attacks. Is everybody all set with leveling up then? To level 3.
No, I've still got to pick my 2nd level Warlock spell and what Cleric cantrip I'm swapping out.
Is that okay with us taking a day for me to make some spell scrolls?
Do you guys want to spend an extra day here?
I'm probably going to make
I'd like
some
to.
spell scrolls too, to be honest. I'll probably make a Hex spell scroll just as a backup in case I really need it.
Any problems with that, Ruben or Kreth?
Nah.
It will cost you a little bit more money to stay longer.
That's fine.
Whatever.
As long as you're paying for my night's stay.
Dude, we just made you a bunch of gold.
And you're making money from the spell scroll.
No, these are to use, dude.
Oh, okay. If you're actually going to use them and not sell them, then yes.
How many spell scrolls could I make in a day, Andrew? Because if 1 day to make a spell scroll is 8 hours, how long would it take me to do one that says 3 days? Would that take me a day and a half? If I do, or 1 day if I do, no, that'd be a day and a half, because that'd be 2 8-hour shifts.
Wait, what spell are you trying to make?
If I make a level 2 spell scroll, that takes 3 days.
Oh, yeah. So it costs
That's
you...
3 8-hour shifts, correct?
Yeah, 3 8-hour shifts. So it would cost you 100 gold pieces and 3 8-hour shifts. So you could do 2/3 of it in 1 day, and then if you had another day, you could do another 8-hour shift.
All right. So could we take 2 full days to make some spell scrolls? Or are you guys against that?
I'm not sure if I want to
That's
pay.
Or want to just take 1 day?
Hey, he's up for whatever.
How long does it take to make a level 1 spell scroll?
Takes 1 day.
And 25 gold. Hang on, can I cast a leveled spell and then cast a spell scroll on the same turn?
Using a spell scroll takes an action.
What if it says it's a bonus action?
Yes, you could use it.
Technically, you're
Okay.
supposed to cast the bonus action spell after the action spell in that case.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because I think there's a weird thing in the rules where you can't cast leveled spells after casting a spell as a bonus action.
I'm not sure if that's still in
Yep.
the rules, so I can quick check that if you or guys are still leveling up. I think
Yeah.
we're waiting on
Kazi is gonna.
the two
Go
of
on.
you picking your spells. Casting spells.
So if we take 2 days to make stuff and then go back down, everyone's okay with that? 2 full
How
days of rest. 2 full days of rest. So you can make up to 4 level 1 spell scrolls.
Hey, Andrew, can I work as like a farmhand for 2 days or something?
Yeah, you could. I would say a farmhand here would probably get you about 5 silver pieces a day. So you'd get a gold after 2 days. It's not a lot of money, but it's honest work.
But how much does it cost to stay at the inn?
5 silver pieces per night for a room.
So it's not even like physically possible to make any money.
Not if you're staying at an inn.
I'd have to spend that much.
Inns can sometimes be more expensive than having a residence. Long term, of course.
So could I find out if Farmer would house me there if I worked on his farm for 2 days?
There might actually be rules specifically about this, so I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, I would say that would cost that you would get 5 silver pieces per day working as a farmhand.
What's so funny?
I was watching a reel. It's this dude trying to play 20 questions with ChatGPT, but it just keeps asking the same question over and over again.
Have you guys chosen your spells yet?
Yeah, my spells are chosen.
All right, Adrien.
I just gotta figure out what second level spell I want to pick for Warlock.
You might want to. I'll
Sure,
have
I don't know
to.
what
I'll have to
spell.
hurry you up a little bit here. You've been choosing for a while.
What, Josiah?
But what spell did you pick for me?
What do you mean, what spell did I pick for you?
I don't think you guys leveled up Ruben. No, or you did. Okay.
I did. But I don't fully understand what he gets. That's the problem.
We can figure this out real quick. Let's just
I
pull
get
this
one
up.
more prepared spell.
One more prepared spell?
Yes,
Yeah.
he as a paladin, he has access to all spells on the paladin list. He just also he can only
Oh, okay.
he can only change one prepared one once per day. But now at level 3, he can have 4 spells prepared at once.
Oh,
And
so I can add
as
2 more to
in-
that list.
Yep, as an Oath of Vengeance,
Okay.
he also has access to Bane and Hunter's Mark as well. So,
Those are already added.
okay.
Those are added. And those are always
No,
prepared as
it's
well as
Bane
Divine
and
Smite.
Compelling Duel, isn't it?
No, it's Hunter's Mark.
Isn't it Bane and Compelling Duel?
No, it's Hunter's Mark.
Nope. Oath it is.
You must have
Oath
been
of-
reading, Josiah. You must have been reading 5e instead of 2024. 2024. They're slightly different.
Yep, it's slightly different.
Ah.
You don't get
have
compelled
a-
duel, at least in
I didn't
this
have a whole lot of
subclass.
time for research though.
Yeah.
The Oath of Glory maybe gets it? Nope. Wait, actually, compelled duel is a second level spell, I want to say. I still don't see it on here.
Andrew, I have a question.
Yes.
Does teleporting incur an attack of opportunity?
No, it does not.
Okay. I think right now I'm looking at Mirror Image or Misty Step.
You're gonna have to pick one.
Take what, Noah? What or Misty Step?
Mirror Image or Misty Step?
I took Misty Step. And the spell scroll I made was a Misty Step. So yes, I can burn 100 gold to teleport 30 feet. It's my last ditch escape item.
Go with Mirror Image.
You have Shield of Faith. Searing Smite, that's a possibility, Josiah.
Alright. I went with Mirror Image.
Alright. Is everybody all set then with leveling up then?
I think
I'm working on
theory-
Josiah's. That's about it. I'm trying to find what other spells I can add.
I quick pull that up here.
I'm just going to add all of the paladin spells I find, and then just... Because you said he has access to all of them, right?
Yeah, technically.
Then I'll just...
Okay, so he has Aid, Fine... No, wait, no, those are second level. He has Bless, Command, Compel Duel,
Hold up, let me find...
Cure Wounds.
Bless, I got that. Command, you said?
I can just add them. Yeah, Command. Compel to Duel. Because you can pull up the Paladin list. If you go to the Paladin class and then scroll down, it says Paladin spell list, and then it'll give, and then you can just click on it.
Oh. That would have been easier.
Judging by what he was talking about earlier, I'm guessing he wanted Compelled Duel, so you could just choose that. The first level spell. I added it.
Okay.
There's also a bonus action. There we go. There. Does he have everything he needs now?
I think so.
All right.
I think he was talking about Command as his second one.
Okay. All right. Is everybody finally ready?
Yeah.
So, you guys are resting for 2 days.
Yep.
So everybody take a long rest, and then you can technically
Kazi
take.
takes a long rest.
Yep, you can technically take 2, but I don't think that'll affect very many of you.
It won't affect Kazi.
But it'll allow Joel to switch out 2 of his prepared spells if he wishes.
I did that.
All right. And with that, what are you guys doing? What is your next plan? Also, somebody will have to pay for the rooms.
Oh, how much is that?
2 rooms for 2 extra days, so it would just be 1 extra day because you already paid for the first day. So that would be 10 silver, 1 gold piece in total for 2 rooms, which I believe is the amount that you bought. Okay. All right. What are you doing?
Instead of... Where's the button?
Joel, are you ready?
Instead of making a level 2 spell scroll, Kazi just makes 4 level 1 spells.
Okay. Joel.
I've been here.
I can hear your phone.
I'll make it louder.
No. So what are you guys doing? After 2 days of rest, nobody has contacted you over the course of these 2 days, and it looks like the town has settled down now that news of the marked has having been now gone has spread throughout the town. I need to know what you guys are doing next.
You ready to go down and tackle the rest of the dungeon? Kazi asks.
So I will tell you guys out of character that you guys basically saw everything in the crypt.
Okay.
You looked through every single room.
I think
Wait, no, we didn't go into that one room yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you want to head back there, you can.
Andrew,
Yeah, that's what...
I'm only making 1 level 1 spell scroll over that period of time, so I think I would probably join Ruben for the second day in working as a farmhand.
All right, you will get 5 silver pieces as a compensation.
And I'd have to eat twice. So in reality, that's only 3 silver. Actually, no, that would be 1 silver. We already ate. No, I think that's still. So at least I'm not losing money from food, but it's 25 gold for a spell scroll.
Yeah,
level
25
one.
gold for spell scroll.
All right, we'll switch over to the crypt if you guys are going back in there.
Yep.
Oh, I never sold the chunk of gold ore. Oops.
No worries, we can sell it later.
As you guys make your way back down into the sewers, this time, upon reaching the edge of the place where the waterway drops off into the cavern below, you find it's actually been this part has been widened into a chamber since you last saw it.
Which part has?
The entrance right above. You know how the point where you lower the rope into the pool? Right up there. So above the cavern itself, the room has been widened considerably. So it used to be only about a 5-foot wide tunnel that carried water. There's like a room off to the side now, and you can see there's actually 2 town's guardsmen that are now there. There's like a table that's been set up. There's a couple of torches on the wall that are lit. And they look, both of them look at the 4 of you as you walk by, but they don't stop you or anything. They're in the middle of a game of cards.
Kazi casts Major Armor on himself. Alright, Kazi says, let us go down.
Good luck, one of the guardsmen says.
Yep. Has anyone else been down here since 2 days ago?
Nobody that I've seen, but this is my first shift here.
Thank you, Kazi says as they lower themselves down the rope.
Are you guys all climbing down?
Yeah.
All right, you guys all make your way. You now very familiar with this part of the dungeon at this point. You guys make your way down splashing down into the couple inch deep water. It is still freezing cold, but luckily it doesn't go up to your waist or anything like that. Just it makes your boots soggy.
So Kazi and Ruben and the fox, or Jackal, go down the tunnel.
Yeah, there's still
Toward...
2 remaining doors that you haven't gone into.
Yes. Is anyone else coming with us?
Adrien and Kreth?
I'm following. I'm just contemplating whether I wanted to actually switch out my cleric or wizard spell initiate slots. Which direction did you go?
Straight down the tunnel.
Joel? Controlling Kreth? You guys have re-entered the crypt.
To close the 16 tabs I made.
Alright, which door should we enter first?
Also, all of the rat corpses that you guys left a couple of days ago. Oh, I accidentally selected Kreth's character. They went down the diagonal corridor.
Down the middle tunnel.
But yeah, but Kreth, if you take a second to walk over there, all of the rat corpses are gone.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The undead are still there, though.
Okay.
At least the now dead corpses are still there. But they're basically bones at this point.
Yeah. Alright, which door should we go through?
We have, what, is that 2 options I see?
Yep. 2 doorways.
Yeah, 2 options.
One here and one here.
Can I go to this door and then roll for detecting traps or something?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
This door is not trapped. At least as far as you can see.
Alright, I'm gonna say to you guys, this door, as far as I can tell, this door is actually pretty safe. Should we just go through here?
Then let's go in.
Alright, Kreth's gonna open the door.
You creak open the door.
And then I'm gonna look for traps again.
Alright. So, you creak open the door and step inside. And yeah, with the 21, you don't see any traps. What you definitely see is a familiar type undead as a ghast sort of stands halfway across the room. For a moment, it doesn't notice you, but you are not sort of hiding or anything like that. So its gaze slowly rises, and you guys like make eye contact, and then it is going to come at you.
Can I Oh, do we have to roll for initiative?
Yeah, make a roll for. Actually, I have to end combat and then restart it real quick.
Right.
Yep. That should be everybody. Yep. Did not roll well. But yeah, Kreth, you look into the room. As I explained before, it makes a like howling noise, the howl of the undead, and then it starts to approach you. Everybody else hears this. It's quite clear that there's something in this room. Adrien.
Is it Kazi's turn?
Adrien needed to roll his natural one for initiative.
Well, I rolled a nat 1 on initiative.
No, you rolled a 2 minus 1. So, Kazi, it is up. All you hear is just some sort of a howl.
The owl's not in combat order.
Oh, yep. Let me add him. There you go. You can roll for him.
Kazi is gonna move.
The owl
into
was
the
really
room.
higher than I did.
Oh, combat didn't begin yet. There we go. Oh, you moved Ruben.
Oh wait, I moved Ruben.
Where was he before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right there.
Place him right there. So you move, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can move to about here using your movement.
Oh. I moved the wrong guy. That's why I got my calculation off. That makes sense. So Kazi's going to move to about there. And... what should he... ah, where's my buttons? Ah! He is going to cast... should he try and... second level spell for fun? Yeah, let's do that. He's going to cast Scorching Ray. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, a 21 will hit. You make 3 spell attacks, technically.
Oh.
Because the Scorching Ray fires 3 blasts.
Yeah.
You have to roll the attack separately. So there's 3 different attacks,
That's what
actually.
I'm doing.
Oh, no, you rolled damage the second time.
Oh, each attack. Okay, I see.
Yep. Each, because there are technically 3 attacks. But yeah, the first one blasts into the ghast, dealing 7 damage. It is not resistant to fire damage, so it'll take the full amount. The second Scorching Ray will also hit. It's like a machine gun, just 3 shoots of flame fire off. And then...
the second one is the final one is a 7, so that misses.
Yep, that will miss. So the third bolt of fire flies right over his shoulder.
Awesome.
Yep, he's taken some fire damage from that.
Yep. The jackal is going to roll for stealth.
Okay, go ahead and make a check.
Yeah, that's it for Kazi. 21.
Yeah, it is definitely stealth.
And the jackal is going to move into the room. That's 7 feet. That's 15. Move to about, we'll say there. And is Ruben next? Yeah.
Kreth, it is now your turn. It is now Kreth's turn.
I'm gonna mark him.
Oh, Kreth, yeah.
Oh, I have to get in range to mark him. And then...
Alright, he is now marked.
Actually, yeah. Where is it?
Use your bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on him. You would know, thanks to your Hunter subclass, he is resistant to necrotic. And is immune to poison, the charmed condition, the exhausted condition, and the poisoned condition.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. I forgot I was supposed to choose. I don't know if I can actually mark that I chose it, but chose a version of Hunter's Prey. I'm just gonna do Colossus Slayer anyway.
All right.
But I'm gonna hit him with my crossbow, with my new crossbow.
Yep. You pick up your heavy metal crossbow and aim it across the room, and that's gonna be a critical hit.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll critical damage plus your. So you're doing critical damage. You're adding 1d6 from Hunter's Mark, and it is wounded, so you'll be adding bonus damage from Colossus Slayer.
That was a 1d8, right, for the Colossus Slayer?
I don't remember.
Let me check real quick. It is 1d8. If it's missing any health, is it missing health?
Yes, it is missing health.
Yeah.
All right, that's 24 damage.
Okay, it had less than 24 health. So you raise your crossbow and just the bolt just hits it in the head, and it keeps going, and the head just splatters.
Didn't even
For a
do
second,
anything.
For a second, it's just the body is standing there, and then it just slams into it, falls down to the side, hitting one of the coffins before completely going down. Yeah, that will do more. That's more than that's more than half of its health in a single attack.
Kreth's gonna dust off his crossbow, and he's gonna be like, I gotta say, I like your new toy. In fact, that's how much health I have. That would have insta-killed me if...
You're deadly. So that will be... It's a little weird of a calculation. Let me quick pull this out. Everybody gets 100
Hold on.
and... Yeah?
I was just gonna say, Kazi has a higher armor class with mage armor than half the party, which is funny because he's a wizard. Anyway, go on.
It's magical
100
protection.
XP, you said?
Everybody gets 115 XP for killing that ghast.
We're at 1,025.
Even though Adrien didn't do anything, and Ruben didn't do anything.
Are you sure it shouldn't be just those who participate?
I didn't have a chance to participate.
If
Plus,
you roll,
if we did that,
You don't need to participate when you got...
if you rolled initiative, you are. If you're in the party and you rolled initiative, then you're participating in the fight. That would be funny if some random peasant was like part of the initiative roll while you guys were like fighting a Tarask and gets like 12,000 XP. Straight to level 6 or something.
Bet that guy would be having fun.
if the character is
again.
just like a farmer, like how would they even quantify that?
What class
Kazi's
would they
gonna
go?
Kazi's gonna roll for identification or investigation to figure out if there's any treasure left behind. Or would that be perception?
Did you mark that Ruben got 115? Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a investigation check. Or a perception check.
On that one.
So you search through this room. There's not a lot of stuff in here, but it doesn't seem very important. This room did not... The people buried in this room did not get their own individual crypt or burial room. So these people clearly were not as wealthy or powerful or influential. And you managed to collect 3D... Go ahead and roll 3d6. You collect 11 copper pieces from this room. Mostly, a single copper coin has been left on top of every single body in here. Make a religion check, Kazi. I'll say nothing comes to mind as you are plucking the coins off of these dead bodies.
Okay. Would my rules book help at all or no?
Huh? Ruben can roll, as you guys are all in this room. If he's coming into this room.
Yeah, he'll come into the room. 9.
He would know that he can tell that these bodies, it's interesting, these bodies did not raise up, like, these bodies did not become undead like the other ones did.
Huh. Kazi gives everyone 3 copper pieces.
Everybody gets 3 copper pieces.
Copper.
So another 15 rooms like that, and you can afford supper.
What's the next door? Kazi says.
You open the door, and there's another door.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Kazi says. This feels ridiculous. Kazi investigates for traps.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh.
There
19.
is no trap in this little corridor.
Oh, Kazi says, and then opens the other door.
There is a room. In this room, there are 3 bodies specifically buried here. And all 3 of them have also not risen up as undead.
Kazi investigates for treasure. Or looks for treasure.
Yep. You find 3 copper coins. Oh, and
Okay.
yeah. Also, there is a small plaque written in Dwarvish. And on a pedestal across from the bodies, on this side of the room, there is a helmet.
Helmet. Ooh.
And also 2 dark-looking gemstones. They're like gray and like marbled color, but they're two stones.
Kazi does an Arcana check on them to see if they're magical.
They are definitely not. The helmet is, though. It doesn't look particularly powerful, but it is a magic item of some kind.
Kazi takes
Okay.
the 2 dark gems.
Can Adrien cast Identify on the helmet as ritual? If Is Kazi willing to allow this?
Yeah, Kazi hands the helmet to him.
He's
I'll
going
add
to.
that. Hang on, I'm adding. Oh, I'm adding something to Kazi. Picked up 2 mundane-looking gemstones.
They're bandit agates. Is that what it is?
Yep.
2 of them. Huh. Cool. So what does the helmet say?
The helmet. The helmet has nothing on it. Or wait, are you using Adrien? Are you using Identify?
Yeah, I'm ritual casting Identify.
All right. This is a common magic item, and this is This is a dread helm. While you're wearing this fearsome steel helm, your eyes glow red, and the rest of your face is completely hidden.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it. It's just a common magic item.
Basically, is there an equivalent of Halloween in this world?
Yeah. I'll have to come up with something that might be interesting for later.
In,
Yeah, there would be. It would be the Harvest Festival.
honestly, seems
More like a glorified Harvest Festival costume piece. And details the item's description.
I think we should sell it. What does the gold tag Noah say on it? Is that 400 gold?
I have to check.
Oh, who has the item? Oh, I can add it to your inventory.
It was a common item, though, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's just a...
Common
it's
is 400. Right?
Nope, uncommon is 400. A common item is
Oh,
100
common
gold.
is 50. Oh, 100, okay. I say we sell it, Kazi says.
Yeah, none of us are going to use it. It doesn't give you any extra AC, does it?
Andrew,
Nope.
And it's
Yes, Ruben?
would it
Oh,
give me a
Ruben?
+1 to intimidation?
I would say in some situations, yeah, it would give you advantage on intimidation.
Do you want it?
Or do you think it's better to sell the gold for gold? I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
It's up to you. Both me and Adrien have a magic item.
I will remind you guys, there's a plaque marked on the first dead body, but that's all that's left within this room.
Oh, yeah. Ruben would check that and see what it says.
Oh, am I giving the item to Ruben?
Oh, the helm? Yeah, just give it to Ruben.
Okay, there we go. It is a dread helm. Ruben can read this. It is in Dwarvish. It is titled Hildegard, High Priest of the Golden Will, and across from him, the helm of a defeated foe, slain in battle by the avatar of Kreth. No. Let me go over that. I think I messed that up. So there's 2 parts of it. There is Hildegard, High Priest of the Golden Will, slain in battle by the avatar of Kreth, and across from him, the helm of a defeated foe.
Can you put that in the lore chat,
Yeah.
please? Can I try and... You guys want to open any of the sarcophagi?
Yeah, let's open
I
it.
love opening them.
Hey, we cleared it out this time.
Yep, it is now cleared out. You guys opened the coffins before, and that's where you found the copper coins.
Oh.
Each one of the coffins in these 2 rooms has a single copper coin in it, on top of the body. Adrien, make a religion check.
Okay. And you said that, Kazi, you gave everyone 3 copper. That's a 22.
Oh yeah, it's quite obvious what's going on here, Adrien, is these bodies were properly prepared. There is a ritual of which you can complete that prevents bodies from raising up as undead by anybody. So the ritual includes a copper coin being left on the body. After a month, once that coin has been left there for a month, it becomes permanent and the body can never be used for any sort of necromancy.
Oh, perfect.
It's safe to remove the copper coins. And
Too late, Kazi says.
Kazi gave everyone 3 copper earlier, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever added that to my inventory, so I just added it.
All right, so what now? Kazi asks. It looks like we're done here. What?
Yeah. Judging by the fact that we didn't see the hear of the Revenant in the town, let's investigate the sewers a little more.
go up the sewer system?
Yeah, because we can still go the
Sure,
other
do that.
direction from where we got in here. Because the tunnel
Yeah,
went in multiple
go up.
directions.
All right, so we begin walking back, retracing our steps to go back up the tunnel.
All right. You guys make your way back to the new guard post, making your way back up the rope. You guys re-enter the sewers. And how long do you...
Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to stop and tell the guards that everything should be destroyed in the dungeon, creature-wise.
One of them just places down a card that makes the other one look surprised for a moment. And the first one says, "Yeah, we've heard that one before."
Kazi laughs.
Give it a
Just
week.
wanted to let you know we've been in every room now.
Give it a week. A pack of giant wolf spiders or something will move in.
Good luck at your post.
And the second one's gonna say, "Yeah, at least we don't have to deal with the goats."
Goats?
Oh, you haven't... How long have you been in this region?
3 days.
Couple days.
4 days.
Oh, yeah, they haven't dealt with the goats, the first one says. Yeah, so...
What goats are you talking about?
You probably found something large, and, like, animals around here, they're not normal sized. Like, they're not small sized. So when you think of a goat, you think of something about the size, a little smaller, a little larger than a dog, maybe? About the size of a large dog? Yeah, goats around here, at least the ones that we don't keep in pens, they're a little bigger than that. And they travel in herds. 30 or 40 at a time. And they are not happy campers.
This is going to be fun. Kazi says, looking delighted.
How would you describe them? The first one just says, I would say the smaller ones, maybe 1.5 times my height. And they're vicious. Otherwise, they're just goats. But sometimes we have to deal with herds that get a little too close to town. Start messing with the farmers, eating their food.
Huh. This could be fun.
Stay here long enough and you'll probably get a contract for taking care of a herd of them.
Might do that, demon.
Oh, Kazi asks
Yeah,
him,
just
do you think the Adventurers Guild would be worth joining?
The Adventurers Guild, eh? I used to be part of that.
Taking it over to me?
If it's worth it joining. I don't know, do you got the... Might be worth it. Certainly worth it them not breaking your legs for not joining.
Huh, wondered about that, Kazi said. We'll
That
probably have to beat
surprised
them up
me,
a lot.
honestly. That guy seemed pretty shifty.
I think, in my opinion, every group has their share of shady and non-shady characters. There are some good eggs in the guild. They're just not in the guild house. They're out doing contracts, saving people, farms, towns, cities from dangerous threats instead of sitting on their butts and collecting money. They're not too different from...
the next town over would have a nicer guildman?
Huh?
The next town over in this region. What's the name of that next town for Andrew?
Let me quick check here. The material plane, Greensboro.
You think Greensboro has an Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, it's
location
the guild.
In it?
Yeah, they got one over there. It's more of a shack, about the size of a house. Has a couple of rooms, not as big as the one here. I've been there a couple of times dealing with the carp.
Carp?
Yeah. Giant carp.
Is everything in this region giant?
You don't know the half of it. Or maybe you do. Judging by... we noticed a couple of those big spiders down there earlier. Didn't bother us none, though.
Oh, them. Kazi says with a nod. I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful. You get off... even on the roads, it's pretty dangerous, but getting off the roads, that's where you get into wild territory. There are even creatures here that aren't really found in other regions. Though I'm not the expert. You'd probably ask a ranger. There used to be a group, right? Yeah, I heard about them, says the other one. It's called the Rangers or something. They would probably know the lay of the land. They ain't around much, but a couple of their members are still in town.
Good to know, Kazi says. Thank you. And Kazi looks at the others, ready to go up the tunnel.
Yeah. I wonder how much XP the goats would be worth.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
What would the CR of a giant goat be? Is that even a creature in the manual?
Yes, it is.
Or
Okay, I gotta look that up real quick.
Giant goat.
That's metagaming. You can't do that.
Yeah, I would highly suggest you don't look up the stats for creatures that I use. But otherwise, I will tell you the CR. They're CR 1/2. So they're not that tough, but they're goats the size of horses, or large.
Would they have pack tactics?
canonically we would know at least that we get stronger by fighting. I mean, we would have realized that much.
Yeah. By now you've realized every time you kill a creature, you gain some sort of power from it. And that has allowed you to... Kazi, you notice that you are able to cast more powerful spells now, and because of that you managed to crack and copy a couple of spells over from the spell book you were given. For you,
Would Kazi
Adrien...
would he know if that's normal?
No, definitely. You expected to be maybe another 6 months to a year studying at Imberfell to reach another tier of magic. And that's to get the second tier magic. After that, it gets harder and harder. And so making this breakthrough this soon is surprising.
How does that factor in for...
As for Kreth, you are definitely feeling a lot more. You feel like your senses are much sharper now, and you also just feel genuinely just stronger. That shot with the crossbow just feeling surprisingly precise. And for Adrien, you have access to more of the Clear Lake's power now.
I would have felt, because you were talking about in the first session how I felt a larger portion of its power and it didn't all take hold at once, so I would feel that I'm gaining more of its power.
Yes, you have that power that you were given initially, you have access to more of it now.
I know I can get a lot stronger.
Yes. But yeah, what are you guys doing? Are you going to explore the sewers or go back up to the surface?
I think we were going to explore the sewers because the Revenant's probably down here.
Okay, I'm going to need you guys all to make perception checks as you begin walking through the sewer.
I'm also going to have my... Wait. Do I need to roll with disadvantage because I can only see for 20 feet?
No, you will just only see things within that range.
Regardless, though, my owl is also going to roll.
Okay. You guys go through the sewer.
15 was the highest roll.
Okay. You guys go through the sewer for, I would say, like a good 6 to 7 hours you spend. Basically the rest of the day. And yeah,
hang on, Andrew. Would my mage armor wear off by now?
How long does mage armor last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
It would be towards the end of your mage armor casting.
Okay.
You would probably have about 30 minutes left, which is probably about the time that you guys would have given up anyway. As, ironically, the sewers of this town are kept pretty clean. They're not physically clean, but they are completely removed of any major vermin. You find the occasional rat that scurries away, but they are not the giant rats that you saw early in the crypt. They're just small ones.
Would they be worth any XP?
Nope. Yep, they have they give you 0 XP. And that's not...
Probably fires off a couple fireballs at them.
Yeah, they some you manage to hit, some you just miss entirely as they scurry into a hole in the wall. But otherwise, the sewers of this place are pretty empty. You do not see any sign of the Revenant. The issue being, Revenant could have gone in any direction, and because of the way the sewers are designed, with stone floor with water running across the floor, there would be no tracks left unless it physically left one of the spots in the sewer. But I would say you managed to cover almost the entire sewer line. It's only a town, not a city, so like you can make it across from one side to the other in a couple of hours, and no sign of it. With your perception checks,
Wonderful.
I would say it's a very likely chance that the Revenant is no longer in these sewers.
Okay. Let's just stop. Kazi.
We'll find it at the ruins of Clint.
Maybe. Let's head there then. So we start heading toward the ruins of Clint.
All right, are you guys going to just immediately leave town?
Yeah, we don't.
Wait, isn't nighttime coming?
I would say it's probably early evening.
Let's stay the night.
I don't want to pay for another night in the inn.
Okay,
now.
let's start traveling down the road and start going there.
You guys are going to travel?
Yeah, let's travel.
With only a couple of hours left in the day, I say you guys could probably travel. Normally, traveling would take, you could go 20 miles in 8 hours, at which point you'd want to rest or risk taking exhaustion. However, on this region, because there's so much life, the roads are overgrown, and basically everywhere it takes twice as much time to get to travel, and so you can make it about 5 miles in any direction, I would say.
Okay, let's take it 5 miles toward the ruins.
Who is leading?
Hold on. I don't know. Kazi is going to keep his familiar as far behind them as possible, so about 100 feet behind them, and stealth to check for people following them.
The owl is going to do something similar, but circling above.
Is there a way we can make it look like we're going one way but actually go another without leaving the road?
That would be very difficult. I'm
Okay,
not
so
sure,
we won't follow them.
unless you have a practical way of doing it. I'm not sure of any way
Oh,
that you could.
I don't.
Andrew,
Yes.
My owl rolled a natural 20 on stealth for being sneaky.
Okay.
And for perception it rolled a 15 if that's at all relevant.
Okay, that's good. So it's not eaten by the pterodactyl.
What?
Anyway, who's leading the
Andrew,
group?
were you serious?
Who is leading the group? The guard did mention there are some creatures that can be found in this region that can't be found in other regions.
Do I notice it not being eaten by this pterodactyl?
Oh,
Does
no,
the
if
owl
you're-
know?
If your owl would have rolled a natural 1, a pterodactyl might have eaten it. That's all I'm saying. But who is
Do I need
leading
to
the
roll
group?
stealth for my
So,
jackal?
I'm gonna need somebody
Oh,
to make
hi,
a
Ruben.
survival check for the group. This is basically
Okay,
this is basically a navigation
Maybe our-
check.
who has the highest?
It'd be our guide. It'd be our guide. We'd have him do it. The ranger.
Yeah,
Kreth, are you going to trek across the region for your group?
Yep, I'll do it. It's
Okay,
my
make
job.
a survival check.
How's that?
All right. With this, you would know, Kreth, based on the fact that you've been in this region for a while, you know the lay of the land, the best way to get to the ruins of Clint, the river is pretty dangerous. So you're going to want to for sure take the bridge across the river and be on the right side of the river for when you loop around to the ruins. And so you begin to head in that direction.
Okay.
All right, I'll move. Oh, wait, where's
Can you change the map to the world map?
Oh, whoops! I didn't realize that you guys hadn't switched over yet.
thank you.
So you managed to make it a few miles before the end. You make it to about here, halfway to the bridge that you have on the map. That's when your owl catches notice of something, Adrien. There is a man, actually a dwarf, judging by the stature, who is currently along the side of the road that has set up camp there. It's a singular person.
We tell this. I flag down the rest of the party to stop and tell them about this and ask if we camp somewhere else further away or if we go join this dwarf.
It's one dwarf. May as well say hi, Kazi says.
So you're approaching this dwarf?
Yes.
As you approach along the road, it is clearly a hunter of some kind, as he has a bow. And you approach his camp, and he notices you guys, and his hand goes through his bow before he recognizes you, Kreth.
Oh, does he?
Ah, Kreth, Didn't realize you would be out here. This is
Do I know this dude's name?
yeah. You saw him. He was part of the Rangers. This is Magnus.
Yes. Long time. It's been a minute.
Yes, yeah. It's been a few days since I last saw you. It looks like you've rested up nice. The last time you saw Magnus was at the Golden Will Church. You were being healed for your wounds.
You know me, Magnus. I always rest up nice.
Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good. It's actually really convenient that you are here.
Oh,
I ran into some trouble along this road, believe it or not.
What
Oh.
can I do for?
Yeah, what's the trouble?
I was traveling with some others, and the cart ran off the road. The issue is, it is now swarming with a couple more creatures than I would be able to deal with.
A couple more, you say?
Yes.
How far is the
What
cart?
creatures?
It's maybe about 50... maybe about 100 feet. It rolled down a hill off the road. There's a bunch of badgers, but huge ones. You know, the ones that we've dealt with before, Kreth? Except for during that time, we had 15 people. Now we just have... Now, I'm by myself. There's no way I could do it.
Think it's worth trying to clear out the
Yes.
badgers now, or take
How many
a rest?
badgers are there?
I would say 7 or 8.
Yeah, we can take that. I think.
I think that would.
How
be
far of a trip is it?
breeze.
I think we could do it.
It's through some dense trees, but it's not far from the road. As I said, maybe about 100 feet after the wagon stopped.
Sorry, how many badgers did he say there were?
7 or 8.
Okay. Think we can do it, or do you want to rest up?
None of us took any damage, so as long as we're not going to take exhaustion penalties, the only thing is, at this point, Kazi has lost a spell slot from Mage Armor.
Just one.
Yeah.
A level 1 and a level 2.
Yeah, so maybe it is a good idea to rest first.
I don't think it'll matter, Noah. I still have another level 2. And that'll do a lot of damage, trust me.
Oh, because you have a scroll. No.
I can cast my long-lasting one. Anyway, I think we should attack. Kazi is cool to attack.
Oh, there's one more thing. There's a barrel on the cart, and whatever you do, not rupture it.
Is it flammable? Kazi says.
No,
To the
not
side.
flammable, but it's worse.
Oh, good.
It's bait. It's a special type of bait that will... very dangerous predators will be on us very quickly if the smell gets out of the barrel.
Oh,
I feel
Kazi
that's
said.
gonna break at some point.
no worries. Kazi said. We'll make sure we don't break it. If we do, we'll run.
All right, are you guys going off the trail?
Is this man
Yep.
going to join us?
Yes, he is joining you guys.
All right.
All right, let's go off the trail. Kazi casts mage armor on himself again.
It is... I would say it's...
Is there a duration on false life?
I would say it's at this point it's dark enough that it would be nighttime out. So there won't be any global illumination. But
All right.
I'm gonna add you guys to the thing here, and then I'll add the jackal and the owl.
Andrew,
Yes.
can you add a fireball? Because not a fireball. What is it called? Flaming sphere.
Yes, I will be able to add that if you cast a spell.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll cast a flaming sphere, and that thing lasts for a while. So I want to make sure I actually have it. Yeah. All right. Do we see the badgers?
Make a perception check as you guys go between the trees. The forest is actually sparse here, so you're more stepping over some very thick grass. It goes up a little past your waist at this point. I'm just gonna give him the scout.
Is my owl still under the effects of the same stealth roll, or
Yes.
okay? But I'm assuming it has to make another perception check, though.
Do any of you guys have any lights or anything?
I have a light cantrip I could use.
I have the light cantrip that at this
Kazi
point
does
I just
not.
Have perpetually on if it's dark.
Okay. Okay, how far does the light cantrip go? It's 30 feet dim and then 30 feet bright, right?
No, I think it's 2020.
2020, yeah.
And then the burning spear is once Kazi summons that.
Here we go.
Flaming
I'll
sphere.
go ahead and activate the battle map for this sort of situation. This lizard-looking guy is in fact Magnus. I just found a stat block with Scout, and that sort of basically aligns with what he is.
And then the owl got a 20 on a perception check.
Okay, if everybody's moved over, the owl sort of moves forward and can see there's a bunch of badgers. They're all surrounding this cart. They're mostly tearing apart several barrels. There's a bunch of cargo on this cart. With a perception of 20, here's also what you note. The badgers are tearing apart what appears to be food. And so some are munching on what appears to be preserved meats. Some appear to be tearing apart boxes that were full of cloth of some kind. And 2 people in the cart that are now deceased. And your owl, with its sharp eyes in the darkness, notices that there are arrows sticking out of these 2 individuals.
Oh, Kazi didn't notice that. What does Adrien say?
But everybody else can hear like snarling and shuffling up ahead behind this tree, maybe 60 feet away.
Are all the barrels ruptured?
No, there are still a couple of barrels on the cart that haven't been touched. Most of the barrels haven't been touched. It's mostly the boxes that are more of like loose crates than actual containers.
Adrien is going to describe the barrels, asking the dwarf if any of them were what had the bait in it.
It will be marked, I would say, it'll be marked with if you can get close enough, they're called dayshine berries. Very dangerous.
Any of those casks ruptured?
You look, and it doesn't appear to be. None of the barrels are ruptured. Mostly just the boxes and the stuff on the bottom towards the back of the cart have been pulled off.
Not from what my owl can see.
Alright, do we move forward then?
What are you guys doing?
Oh, there's actually a grid on this one.
Yep. Actually, the reason I didn't do the grid on the last one was actually because of that. You wouldn't be able to walk down that diagonal corridor if there was a grid.
Oh.
So I'm not sure. Do you guys want to do this gridded or gridless? Because there are advantages to both. I will always have the map showing a grid so that it'll be really easy to count how many squares you've already moved.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's easier, especially with tight corridors, to be able to move your token outside of the standard grid.
Yeah, if there's tight spaces, I'd rather not have a grid. But on a big open space like this, grid is perfect.
Okay. Oh gosh, I can't select. I'm gonna move the cart because I can't select any of the badgers. Here we go.
I think the advantage of non-grid is it lets you move in offset diagonal lines a bit, and diagonal lines a bit nicer, depending on how the system counts movement.
So are you guys approaching, or what are you doing?
I would think, unless I can have like my owl swoop down and cast a touch cantrip to start the fight.
You could. It would risk Actually, no. Your owl could do it without any trouble because it can fly out of the way without taking an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, which one is the owl targeting? There's a lot of badgers.
I can't see any of them.
If you click on, you should be able to if you click on your owl.
I can see them if I can click on the owl, yeah. And
Sure.
probably the one closest.
Okay, the owl flies down. You guys hear a swoop of the owl's wings from the silence of the forest.
And I'm
anybody with dark vision, basically everybody else besides Adrien can see this happening, actually. So it's only Adrien that can't see this with his own eyes. What are you casting?
Chill touch.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll, and then the owl flies back up 30 feet.
Natural 20.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. That will definitely hit.
And that is... Actually, can I hex it?
No, you would have had to declare that before you rolled the attack.
Okay, so that's still 12 necrotic.
Ouch, okay. That will
And it
immediately make it bloodied.
More importantly, it also can't gain hit points until the end of my next.
The badger screams out some sort of thing, sort of a thing in between a scream and a cry of anger. And you guys are all going to, everybody rolls for, oh, sorry, Adrien, I rolled for you. I'm going to clear your initiative so you can roll for yourself. I'm going to roll for the jackal. And the owl's not added. There we
Oh,
go.
sorry, I never rolled for initiative for that.
Yep, everybody go ahead and roll for initiative. And actually, it is 10:30, so I think we can, if you guys are okay, we can leave this off till next week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Since it is getting late. But yeah. We will
Yeah, that's fun.
we will leave off there at the beginning of the badger fight.
Does the XP for leveling up just like triple every time?
It significantly increases, yeah. I think there's a list somewhere in the player's handbook. Level advancement. Here we go. Yeah, it's 2,700 for level 4, 6,500 for level 5, 14,000 for level 6, 23,000 for level 7, and it just goes up from there.